Other resources you can use whenever you go into Nearpod. If we go to create, I'm going to create a lesson that just shows you all the activities that you can do under quizzes and games. So the first thing that you can do is a quiz. It's going to be a multiple choice quiz. So as you click on it, there are questions that you can add here. You could add images, audio, or other media to help the students understand. So we also have check marks that would tell us whether it's the right or wrong answer. And the nice thing about the Nearpod quizzes is that it'll automatically grade for you. It'll automatically grade for the students so they know whether or not they're getting the answers right. It also has a timer that you can add. So let's say you don't want the students to be spending too much time on this quiz. You can set it for 5 minutes and they should be able to finish it within the 5 minutes. But let's say it's a really small quiz. So you want to give them 3 minutes instead. You can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. Oh, I can't save it yet. I'm going to make a example quiz for you all to play with later on in the Google Classroom. So I'm going to lose all my changes right there, but I'm going to show you the other activities. So let's say for Draw It is another activity that they can do. Draw It's really fun for a lot of students because it gives them the opportunity to show their creative side. So I'm going to go ahead and filter this. I suggest doing this no matter what you're looking for because it makes it easier than going through all the content that they have because they do have a lot of resources. So let's say we want to go with first grade. Let's do English, actually, not math. So I'm going to press apply. So we have cursive writing. Pretty good, pretty good. We have other activities, lots of cursive. Now we have making connections, writing a letter, the 5 W's, a journal entry, writing an email, alliteration. That might be fun for us to practice. So let's go ahead and do this. So here, circle the alliteration in the tongue twister. So here we have a little picture. Dog, hamster, pig, turtle, etc. And we're going to brainstorm a list of words, create your own animal alliteration. So here, I am going to add a timer just so you can see what that looks like on your end, because I do want you to play around with this so you can see what it looks like as a student. So here's what the entire thing will look like. So a bug, big bug bit, a little beetle. So all of this information is going to be available already because these are really cool activities that they have pre-made for you so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. And you have the opportunity to add pictures, text, highlight something, use your crayon and eraser. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. You can check it out later. And that is Draw It. Here, we also have fill in the blank. So fill in the blank. You can change the text style. Let's see. So whatever you feel is the best looking for you and your students, or whichever color you like the best is what you can do. So we can say something like the dog went to the house and went to sleep. Beautiful. Random sentence just to use an example. So click words on the right to add a word bank. So I'm going to say this is one, this is one, and this is one. So I'm going to press done. So now since this is fill in the blank, those words are now missing. So if I were to click on this and preview it, now I have this section where it says the blank went to the blank and went to blank. So now, oh, that has a period. Should probably get rid of that. But now students would have to guess where do these words go to where it makes more sense. And then we were able to press done. So I got 3 out of 3 correct. So this may be something that we would do perhaps to review vocabulary. You can have all of this filled out, and students would have to match the vocabulary word or words that are important to the topic that make it easier for us to practice. We also have our memory test. It might be interesting for some subjects to do this because it may be a little bit easier, but for the students that are definitely working on like hand-eye coordination or being able to use their memory later on, this would be a good option. So let's say images, we want to look at pets. So here, I want to put this guy. I'm going to put this guy. Cat hasn't been used yet. We'll use a cat. Guinea pig. What else? What else? Let's put a snake. Oh, these don't look like pet-friendly snakes, but that's good. Oh, that's not the mouse I was looking for. There you go. So now, on your end, you're able to press done. There's also an option to have a final question, but just to practice, I'm going to press done. So this can be used for different subjects, but this memory test I think is just cute to practice with for now. So let's say, for example, our cards pop up, and now I'm trying to figure out which one goes with which. That was not a match. That was not a match. That's what I thought. I got one match, so we did great. And it'll stay like that. So it'll show you, or it'll allow the students to keep working on this until they get it done. It's also a really good brain break. So if you are working on something that's really rigorous, giving students that opportunity to just relax their brain and do something as simple as like matching cute little animals would be fun. Now, let's see. We have time to climb. I'm going to put in a completely different activity so you can see it on your end. I tried to show you this in a previous video, but now I'm just going to find one and put it on our activities so we can practice. Let's do social studies because I haven't done that for 5th grade. So that should be interesting. Map skills. Let's do it. Lines of latitude and longitude. 7 questions. Sounds like a good plan. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. So I can look through these questions and see if there's a question that I don't like that might be too hard for my students. Here you can see that there's a timer for these questions. At times, I feel like the timer might be too short for some of us that are taking a little bit longer to read. So I can change this to a longer amount of time or even a minute. But for us, since we are educators, I think we might be able to handle 30 seconds. We will see. So I am going to go ahead and save this so you can see this example. So this one is really cute for students to practice their knowledge. It is little creatures that are climbing to the top of the mountain, and at the end you get a first, second, or third place. If students are doing this at their own pace, they may end up being first place the first 5 minutes, but after the rest of the students do it, maybe they won't be first place anymore. So you might want to tell them first off if they are doing this on student pace versus doing it all together. So here we have drag and drop. So they sort into categories and charts. These activities are also really cute. We'll do more science for 1st grade. So I'm going to apply the filter, animal body coverings, habitats. Let's do this one. So here, each living animal needs a place to live. So there's a video here that is attached that will give you more instructions, but the students will be able to take, like this guy, deciding whether he belongs in this environment, this one, or this one, and they're able to put them down anywhere. If the students needed to, they could also add images or text to this, but I'm going to save this one as it is so you can already see the activities that are made and how they can meet your needs as a teacher already. And finally, for quizzes and games, we have matching pairs. So this one I think is a little bit more rigorous than the memory game because students would actually have to use their knowledge to create pairs that make sense. So let's do English language arts for 4th grade. So I can apply this and see what shows up. So if there's something that is already created, great. If there's not, then you would probably have to create your own one on your own where you can add the pair and give the instructions. But for now, I am just showing you ones that are already on here. Let's do multiple meaning words. So here, you're matching these two. I'm going to go ahead and save this one and also give you a different activity for matching because I feel like this one's a good activity for students to kind of make connections to learning. So let me do something that's maybe for younger grade levels. So let's do maybe math for kindergarten. Word problems. Subtracting to 10, adding to 10. Might be a little bit rigorous, but we will see. So here they have the pictures, so that's actually really good. So they can kind of make the connections that their x's mean subtraction. So this is a great activity for students to practice. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. So in case you don't know how matching pairs look, I'm going to go ahead and preview this specific activity. So as this is showing up, the nice thing about this is that they're not flipped around, so they don't have to worry about remembering where the placement was of these certain objects. So let's say I have 6 minus 2 equals 4, and I click this. It's the wrong answer, so it's going to put me in X, so it doesn't turn green. Let's say we have 6 minus 2. Okay. 6 minus 2, is it this one? It is. So now that turns blue, so the students know that they don't have to click on that again. So these are all the activities that you can use through the games and quizzes. So they have draw it, fill in the blank, memory test, matching pairs, drag and drop, and time to climb. These are really good activities that you can integrate into a lesson, or they could just be standalone activities just to use during class time to break up your instruction to make sure that everybody kind of stays focused and engaged.